Hello, Nancy. Morning,
Hello,
afternoon.
Ororo. Good morning on this beautiful, crisp summer morning.
Yeah, summer morning here, but morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're listening to this. Welcome to From Fear to Fun podcast with Ororo and Nancy. We are actually going to discuss a request today, how to wake up cheerful, which is a great and loaded question.
Yeah,
Yeah. So did you want to kick us off, Nancy, on that?
yeah. A lot of people struggle with that. Actually, it's amazing. I mean, I used to struggle with that myself. Wake up in the morning and you think, "Oh God, I have to get up and go to work, and I've got to pay these bills, I've got to do that," and you get yourself down. And then, of course, and everything else throughout the day is just showing you what a busy day you've got and all these struggles and blocks and barriers. But once we learn to change the frequency or change your mindset as soon as you wake up, it's amazing how the whole day will unfold differently. Even though you go to work, you've got bills to pay, you've got all of this, but you look at them differently because your frequency, the way you feel about the whole thing is different. So the most important thing is, well, there's a few factors really that can drag us down to feel down as soon as we wake up. And how many people tell you, "Oh, if I'm not a morning person. As soon as I wake up, if I need an hour just to wake up, to orientate myself, then I have my coffee, then I have to
Yeah, I was about to say.
and all of this. So then
I need my 2 coffees before I'm up. Yeah.
And all of these things. So these are all beliefs about what we need to cheer ourselves up. But really, it has to begin at the frequency level, at the feeling level. How do you feel? And that's when you need to kind of twist your mind, twist your thinking, change your thinking. So some of the reasons why people feel down every morning could be related to food as well.
Yes.
If you eat a lot of dense food, I mean, dense food is processed foods. They've got low vibration and they just sort of sit with density and heaviness within yourself.
No real nutritional value to it. And on that, I am also guilty, I guess, alcohol. Like, that's why we feel absolutely horrendous the next morning. It's because your body is literally trying to keep itself alive and not be poisoned. That's what alcohol really is.
Exactly. And it's not
crave it for the buzz. Yeah.
It's not to say for people who drink. I mean, I like a glass of wine with a meal.
I love
That's the extent of my drinking, but it's the balance, finding the balance. I mean, if you most of your days taken up with toxins, you've got acidic foods and drinks. You've got coffee, you've got wine, you got this, you got processed foods, you got not, the water that's not filtered, that's got all this crap in it still. But that all collects within the cells and it just gets you down and makes you feel really heavy. You've got to find for yourself. Each person has to find what suits them. But the most logical thing is if you eat high vibe foods, you're going to feel a lot better, fresh as possible.
And particularly when you wake up as well, for sure.
And another thing is really our consciousness. Even though I don't think we're really victims to all of the external stuff, I think we have the ability to process everything that comes into our reality. You can command yourselves to detox. I mean, you've got to do your bit. You have to drink healthy. You can't just go and eat shit and expect to be, that's okay. I'll just tell myself to behave. No, no, no. You've got to take responsibility. And then the things that we cannot, like the pollution in the air, the stuff in the water. I mean, I don't drink tap water. I never have. But I have a shower. So your body still absorbs a certain amount of chemicals that's in the water. So all of that is kind of testing our body and just sitting within ourselves. And if you don't drink enough water, you're hydrated, you're dehydrated, and the poor cells are dying to be hydrated so they can communicate with one another.
Yeah.
And the other is shallow breathing. We just don't breathe deep enough. A lot of it is just shallow, fast and stressed. So there's no complete exchange of the oxygen and carbon dioxide. So a lot of dense energy sitting in the bottom of your lungs and everywhere. So all of that can make your body feel depressed and heavy. So you go to sleep at night. How do you think you're going to wake up in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all interconnected, really.
All of it.
I find that all very relevant, but also at the same time, I've been kind of practicing it lately is, and I think you've briefly touched on it, is when you wake up, you have choice and control of your thoughts. And like you said, how that dramatically changes your outlook throughout the whole day, even if you're busy or whatnot. Like for me this morning, even though I went out last night, I was talking to you about it before. I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm going to have a good day because I'm going to have a chat with Nancy. We're going to do our podcast. And then, Chris and I are going to, do our usual Sunday routine. But I'm like, it's going to be good today. And like, I've felt very light ever since that thought this morning. Like I chose the moment I woke up that it's going to be an awesome day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it just leads to it. You mean?
Yep.
Universe is like, okay, this is what you want. Awesome. Here you go. Yep. And shot me out of bed. And woke up really perky and awesome today. Yeah. And as I do most days, but yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's exactly how it works. So if we look at all of these factors in our life, all the external, like the air, the water, the food, what we think and what we do, and all these emotional blockages that we hold within, all these fears, you look at all of that and then you can start working on them, start slowly releasing, start improving the way you think, what you eat as much as you can, eat the fresh food and
drink plenty of water. Yeah.
So lots of water. Water is very important because if you don't have, and good salt, I believe in good salt. There's a lot of rubbish salt out there that they're saying that's sort of not good for our body because you actually damage your cells and stuff. But it's good salts, and that's a personal thing. I'm not a nutritionist. It's just something that I do for myself. People need to do their own research, but I always believe I've always done my own research and studied everything, but you do need water and salt for the cells to communicate. It's got to be, it doesn't mean that you just got to eat tons of salt and water. No, you still got to know the balance, but you need to have the good salt and water to balance so they can communicate. Improve your breathing. Meditation and breathing. What were you going to say?
Well, I find even 5 minutes of deep breath, it's a mixture of deep breathing and just stretching. You don't have to do a full yoga routine, but like 5 minutes before I literally sleep, I'll be even in bed and just move my body in a slow like slow way and breathe really deep, oh man, I pass out in like 2 seconds when I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It's
know, your
amazing.
body's been through a lot during the day. It just needs a good stretch
Yep.
and say thank you for taking me throughout the day. Um,
Exactly.
and breathe deep. And then, yeah, you'll find yourself, yeah,
Yep.
going to sleep quite quick. I used to be like, oh no, I need to reserve 15 minutes before I sleep, and I need to do this yoga routine. That lasted a week.
Too structured. Too
Way
much
too
structure.
structured. Yeah, way. And sometimes I'm like, oh, you know what? I want to do a yoga routine for half an hour and just not even think about it and just do all the basic poses that I know of. And then sometimes a particular position that I love is like for your spine. I,
Yep.
I find I could do that for 10 minutes, just really slow, breathing deep. And then, yeah, I'm like slowly falling asleep on the yoga mat. I just find, yeah, to not think about it too hard in terms of like, well, it's half an hour before bed and I need to do this and I need to do that. And no,
Yep.
I'm going to sleep stressed, which
Yep.
is so counterproductive of what I'm trying to achieve. Um,
Exactly.
and yeah, and I find that like when I wake up, yeah, very, very light,
Yeah.
which I love. It's like a good feeling.
Exactly.
And that translates throughout your day. And then, you know, you do that cycle, um you follow your intuition, which is a big thing that I learned
Oh
from you
yeah.
just before this. and
Very
and yeah,
important.
follow it. Yeah, and your body will reward you and your day will reward you unconsciously. So
Yeah. So basically, to wake up cheerful in the morning, that the work starts the night before. Exactly
yeah.
what you just said. You go to sleep nice and restful, unload your de-dress yourself. You take your clothes off, you have a shower, you put your pajamas on, go to bed. But actually the whatever you've done throughout the day is still within, it's in your head, it's on your mind. So you need to undress your mind as well and let it all go.
Mm,
Gratitude, exactly what you said. Before I do the same, relax, do my stretches, let go, have gratitude for all the lessons and all everything that transpired throughout the day. They're all beautiful lessons that we need for our life. And then just release, have a beautiful sleep. Even if you don't sleep, some nights I only sleep 3 or 4 hours at the time. It doesn't matter. If I wake up, I breathe and relax, have a few sips of water, and I'll go back to sleep. Don't fight
mm,
it. You just go with your body, you flow with your body. And then in the morning, when you wake up, what I always do is I always have water first. I always hydrate my
yes,
brain. And
yes.
even before I get up, while I'm still in bed, I open my eyes. It's to train your body to feel good and say, oh, I'm awake. I'm alive.
Yeah,
And oh,
that's it.
beautiful bed. I'm in bed and I'm covered and I'm warm or I'm cool or whatever the moment is. In summer, like we're in the middle of summer here, and it's so beautiful. Wake up and oh, I've had a beautiful, the window was open, had lovely fresh air. Oh, thank you for the sheets. Just gratitude for everything you've got around you. So it's
Yeah,
basically increasing the way, the feel good factor. Have some water, hydrate your brain, stretch, get circulation moving. And then even thinking about the job, you don't like your job and you have to go there. Even that, when you look at when you feel good, you look at your job, say, oh, that's okay. At least I'm doing a good job. I won't be there much longer. I'll find something better. So instead of dragging yourself down, thinking, oh, I've got to go to that shit job and da, 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 you actually lift yourself up. So you see another side of your job, how you're contributing towards your job while you're there, while you're working on something better.
yeah,
It's pretty much is that the whole thing is wake up feeling good. As soon as, even if you don't feel good, if you open your eyes and you feel, oh, immediately start working on feeling good. Take a deep breath, 2 or 3. I always do everything in threes. 3 deep breaths, stretch, sip of water, whatever you need to do, and give gratitude. Think about
Yeah.
all the beautiful things in your life. And it makes all the difference. And you've got to practice this all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes all the
I
difference.
find, like, for me personally, I find like I totally agree in terms of deep breathing and stuff, but some people, I think you gotta find and we've touched on this in the last episode, is like your state of calm. So the reason why I feel like most of the time most people wake up feeling stressed or not feeling good about their days because of that stupid alarm clock, and it's that loud annoying sound. It puts you in a state of stress straight away from waking up. So I feel like, it particularly, like, say for Chris, like one of his things is music puts him in a state of calm. So set your alarm tone that that you'd love hearing in the morning.
Exactly.
So there's heaps of like funny short music on YouTube. Set that as your alarm tone, because then when you hear it and as you're slowly coming into your day, you're like, I'm like, yeah, you just instantly feel better. I've set one of my alarm tones that I came across on YouTube, and it just makes me giggle. Like, it's this guy who remixed a song, and he's in his red bathrobe, and it's like a catchy like DJ tune that I like. And it's so not vulgar, but what he says in it's so funny. And so like when I'm starting to hear that in the morning, I instantly I have a good laugh. I'm like, oh my God, yes, that's hilarious. And you instantly think better and you feel better. So, if deep breathing as you're starting is not like your general practice, and say music gets you in a good place, then, set your alarm tone to a cute or funny musical tone, and set that as your alarm. Because I'm when you have that thing that's like loud and it shrills, and you just want to throw the phone at the wall.
Exactly. Yeah. And where words come out and you're out of balance.
I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. Like, it's already put you in a really bad mood.
Exactly.
So I think find and set your environment to make you happy. Like, I also have a bottle of water next to me because it's the first thing I crave in the morning. Music, particularly for Chris as well. And then I find, like, with my morning routine, I don't want to get up straight away. I will just, do some gentle like spinal twist in bed. Just, like 10, like 10 like gentle twist. And then I'm finding like, okay, I'm good to go. Get the blood flowing, like, your body's been repairing itself overnight. Give it some gentle loving as you wake up. So for me, definitely find your state of calm, or that's already, I guess, like pre-set up for you the night before.
And be grateful for all the good things in the day that happen in the day before you go to sleep. And then when you wake up in the morning, open yourself up to all the wonderful things that are going to come your way that day as the day unfolds. I mean, it doesn't mean that everything will work out your way, but if things don't work out your way, you can always analyze, why is this, what's this showing me? What am I learning from this?
Why is it in my face?
Why is it in my face? Exactly. It's just really getting from fear to fun, to looking. It's not fun in a frivolous, uncaring way. Like, I don't care about anything, I'll have fun. It's not that sort of fun. It's the feeling good fun.
This makes me feel good.
because we can turn everything into a humorous thing. Why get yourself weighed down with things when you can look at them from a funny point of view? If something comes, let me think of something in particular, or anything you do, a silly thing, you go out, you trip up, and most people will trip up, or if they have a fall, they feel so embarrassed. Oh, I hope nobody saw me, and they bring themselves down. Just look at it, make a joke of yourself, have a little fun.
Have a laugh, because if you laugh, like the people who witness it and like who align with you, right? They'll be like, oh, well, she's not taking herself seriously. That's awesome. Do you know what I mean? Oh, the bird agreed with that.
It sure did, that was loud confirmation.
Ooh, that gave me the chills.
Yeah, very on.
Yeah, like you kind of diffuse or don't give anyone that power to feel embarrassed for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've tripped, and I'm just like, I sit on the floor, just do a big sigh, and I'm like, oh well, that was funny. I should watch where I'm going. Yeah. No one can really feel embarrassed for you if you don't feel embarrassed.
Exactly. And that's how everything works. We drag ourselves down by feeling embarrassed or silly or stupid or unworthy in some way, but we're the ones who've got to lift ourselves up. Nobody can do it for you. You have to do the work yourself. Constantly remind yourself to do these little things which make a huge difference, like gratitude, being gratitude for everything. Feel good. Do something nice for someone, watch a funny movie, just music. I love music. To me, water and music is very, very healing. And I just instantly get in the flow of feeling good. It's lovely. So each person's got to find their own thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And nature, of course, whenever you can get into nature, wherever, it depends where you live, just anything, whether you're in the snow, in the tropics, on the beach, in the forest somewhere, it doesn't matter. It's all nature. Connect with it. That's who we are. We are nature. We are natural beings, and what's been happening for thousands of years, we've been taken away from our natural way of living, and too much artificial kind of leanings towards artificial thinking, artificial food, artificial behavior, which removes us too far away.
The bird agrees again.
And yep, you're right on them. They're very active this morning. Wow.
Oh, they are.
Here we go again. They want to join in on the conversation.
They're very chirpy on your end, but they're flying past my window on my end. So, yeah, they totally agree. Yep.
Oh, dear. In the conversation, yeah. Oh, wow. That's so very talkative this morning.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. What did I say? Connect with nature. And the bird says, yeah. So we instantly connected with nature, and we were in the flow with the bird. And it's beautiful. And it's observing how many, I was talking to my friend the other day at the beach, how often people go to the beach worrying about what they look. Am I too fat? Am I too skinny? Is my clothes right? Who's looking at me? Who gives a shit? Go there, connect with the sand, enjoy, look at the water. If you can't get in the water if it's too cold, you can put your feet in it. Feel the air, breathe in the air, smell it, feel it, listen to the water, put your feet on the sand, look at the sky. It's all, connect with it, be one with it. And then it's wonderful. Don't be taken away by artificial and fearful things, worrying about what you look like. Who cares? We're all different shapes and sizes.
I was going to say, make it like a time to kind of connect with your inner child, because I find going to the beach, that's when I'm connected to my inner child quite a bit. Like I'll sit on like the water's edge and let the water go over my feet, but I dig my feet straight in the sand, like I dig as deep as I can, and just like, you know, bury myself in the sand almost. It's childish, but it makes me feel good. So
it is.
Yeah, have yeah, it seems so simple again, but like have fun when you're there. Like you said, don't worry about anyone else, because I can guarantee you no one really gives a crap.
No, they don't. Nobody cares.
And if you do, you're gonna attract people like myself who attracted
And undesirable behavior.
Undesirable people and behavior. I shouldn't say undesirable people. It's just more like, you know, people who are just
behavior
showing me something to my face.
They're out of balance, and it's just
out of balance.
They're out of balance behavior, which is showing us that, are we out of balance anywhere?
It's what you're thinking. It's what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you care, people who do care about looks and stuff will come into your field and vision. So
to confirm that, exactly. It's true. And the more people do things for the sheer joy of it, and I do the same as you, I sit on the edge, I just get the sand and I just pile it over my legs, or my little castle while I'm sitting there thoroughly enjoying it. Be
100%.
It's beautiful.
And I like going, like, say, to the rock pool or something, and then just constantly like duck diving under the water, because it's a whole different world and it's awesome. Very much connected to my inner child when I go to the beach.
That's good. It's good. Makes you feel good just talking about it, doesn't it?
I don't want to go now.
It's quite interesting, really.
If you can make the beach your morning routine, you're good to go.
That's right.
I wish I had the beach nearby, but I've got the grass nearby, and that sets the tone for my day as well.
And that's the thing, what you just said, it's a perfect example of sort of checking on yourself where you're at. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself, I wish I had the beach near me, or you're lucky you got the beach, or something like that, looking at the negative side, what's missing in your life, you actually said, it's good, I've got the grass. So immediately, whatever wasn't in your reality, you immediately focused on what else you've got to replace that, which is just as good, and it makes you feel good. So the beach might be better than that piece of grass, but that's not the point. You're still feeling good because you're focusing on something that's helping you feel good. Whatever we've got at each given moment is enjoy it. The more you enjoy what you have, this tiny little thing, the more you're going to attract more and more things to come into your reality. That's exactly how everything works. And even just talking about waking up cheerful is the same. It's the whole package, isn't it? From the time you go to sleep till you wake up, throughout your day, the whole day, the whole 24 hours has a lot to do with you waking up cheerful.
Very much interconnected. But you know, you do have a choice at any moment when you just say, no, I don't want to feel like crap, I want to feel good. That perfectly within your power to do so as well. Exactly. I just had a thought in my head and now it's gone.
It'll come back.
I'm not going to force it, but I wanted to add something to what you said, because I totally agree, and it's left me. That's all right, it'll come back.
If it's meant to be found, it'll come back.
It'll come to me, for sure. But the first thing I do when I wake up is I choose. I make a choice, and I'm very clear on it, that and it's going to be, it doesn't have to be like, it's going to be a good day. It's just like something positive, like like today I had something to look forward to as soon as I woke up. I was like, oh yes, I'm going to be chatting with Nancy. I'm going to feel light. You know, even on a work day, my first thought is, yes, I'm getting up and I'm moving my body and I'm putting my feet on the grass. The rest of the day kind of just flows from there. Like, you know, I don't think about work because, you know, not saying it doesn't make me happy, but you know, I've got other things that make me happy. That's it. It did come back to me. When you said enjoyment, I don't know why there was not a voice in my head, but like a thought in my head that's just like, I feel like people feel guilty about enjoyment.
Yep.
And especially when they first wake up, because you need to be up and out and active and moving and going. Oh, that sounds stressful. No wonder you're not waking up cheerful. Like, you know, spend the first 5 minutes doing what you like. And if that's for like Chris this morning, like blasting his music, and he was, completely content sitting in the lounge, drinking his coffee, listening to his music.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's so loud in my head. Like, you know, people feel guilty about enjoyment, which is silly when you think about it. You're meant to enjoy it, enjoy life.
Exactly.
You know, waking up for another day, enjoy it.
Exactly
I don't know. I feel like I have to keep saying it over and over again, which is I don't know.
We
Send this message. Enjoy it.
It's true, because we've been conditioned to work and do, come on, get up. And you feel, they made us feel guilty for sitting down. I remember when I was young, I loved reading. And my grandma used to say, stop wasting time, go and do something.
Oh dear.
Reading, that's the way they were. That's the way the old mindset was. That was the old mindset. You get up and you just do. You work. And nobody taught us to do the work on ourselves, to rest, to enjoy, to really spend time in enjoyment, to celebrate who you are and the day and this planet and the people around you. Nobody taught us that. We had to learn that as we went along. But they didn't know any better. We don't blame them. They didn't know any better, because they had to do that to survive. The times were hard because that was the structure, that was the mindset of the people, and they created a structured world. But now, as we're moving from the old paradigm to the new, we don't need to have so much structure. We don't need to focus so much on, I've got things to do. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. This had to stop, because I always go back to the same thing. I watch the poor young mums these days. Get up in the morning, get the breakfast done, get the kids ready, get them off to school or childcare, go to work, come home, go to buy some food, make dinner, wash the kids, put them to bed. What on earth? Did you have time to enjoy each other? No. And this is, we're moving away from that. We're creating a better life for everybody. And, you know, as horrible as things may seem in the world today, it has brought a lot of, it has given us a lot of time to reevaluate the way we
and reflect.
And choose and create. From this point on, we are creating the new way of living. Chill out. So that's a very good point, is how many people feel guilty about spending time on themselves to enjoy life, to celebrate themselves. Oh, it's okay to go to gym because it's sort of an accepted behavior. You know, everybody, you get your gym gear, you go to gym, you go and do that. But there's still that kind of it's the belief, really. It's a conscious belief that we've been conditioned. It's part of our programming that we need to release. Just kind of get back to yourself. And if you do feel guilty for any reason or held back, if there is a barrier, just come back to yourself. I always recommend deep breathing, slow breathing, relax, totally listen to music or be by the water, whatever helps you relax, and just analyze. Why do you feel guilty? Why can't you enjoy yourself? What's stopping you? And just let it flow.
Especially first thing in the morning. Yeah, you should never.
No, that's
But I'm also I've also had those thoughts though, feeling guilty first thing in the morning, especially when I was just like, I just need to stop. Like I just woke up, my body has, my body's been recovering, my mind is coming back to earth. Why do like why do I feel guilty about just enjoying the first 5 minutes of my day?
right. Exactly. Why? Ask yourself why. That's right. They're really, it's a good way of analyzing. So why? Where is this coming from? It's exactly.
You know what my answer was? Like, I had no reason to feel guilty. It was just like you said, it was definitely a belief instilled that as soon as I woke up, I needed to be productive. And I'm not blaming my parents at all. Like you said, back in their day, that's how things worked, and very much projected it onto me. But I'm not feeling angry about it or anything. It was just like a realization, just more like, oh, because first thing I heard in the morning was wake up, get dressed, and start your day. That was literally how I got woken up, and it's just like your brain, as soon as it wakes up, I'm pretty sure it's like when it's spongiest, like when it absorbs a lot of sound, words straight to your subconscious. I need to actually research and look into that, but I'm pretty sure as soon as you're coming around, a lot of things instilled the first few moments when you wake up.
Oh, definitely.
So getting told, get up, go, like, of course I thought that was normal. I'm not feeling
we all did.
So I needed to chip away at that, and now I'm very much like, first thing I wake up, I'm going to enjoy my day, first 5 minutes, first 10 minutes, take as long as you need. First thing is be grateful. But it's a lot of work, I think, to get there, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say it's instant, but you'll definitely get there.
You got to practice. You got to remind yourself, as soon as you feel yourself going off track and started feeling kind of bad, or in any way, what's the word, down, feel down, and you start feeling yourself going into sad moments and this and that, you've got to pick yourself up, say, why am I thinking this? It's not denial, it's not ignoring, it's just training your brain to think differently, just deprogramming the habits that we've had for many years through upbringing and our structured life. You have to get up and you work, and there was so much to do. But now a lot of people work from home, so you don't need to get up an hour or 2 hours before you get to the office. You can pretty much work in your pajamas if you want.
Pretty much.
It doesn't matter what your hair looks like. I mean, you can still get dry. I mean, that's another, working from home and creating a fine balance between personal and professional life. That's totally another topic, and a lot of people are struggling with that. But I've worked from home for many years, and you learn those little, you kind of almost create a virtual office where it's a special space and a place where you work, and then the special place, and you have to have a line, you have to draw the line between your working life and your personal life. Otherwise, your personal life can just drag you away from work, and then it just blend in, and you become so stressed and nothing gets done. But that's all part of the training our mind to think differently. How we used to rush and drive for 2-3 hours in the traffic to get to work. You don't have to do that anymore. So instant gratitude. Oh, wonderful. I could just sit down and have my coffee in peace. I sit on the balcony for a while. I do this, then I'll start my work.
Yeah.
Just little things like that. We just need to shift our mindset from too much structure and restrictions, limitations, and do. We've got to introduce more into just being in the moment. Just make yourself feel good.
And implement those things slowly and one at a time. So, it might sound a bit much for people when you say, oh, shift your mindset. Do take note that Nancy and I have been working on it for quite a long time, particularly myself.
Yeah, it's like something. We all are. I'm still doing. We all are. I think the entire life is a big school. We're all doing it, but it's just reminding each other and reminding yourself. You've got to check in with yourself. Shifting your mindset is at any given moment. As soon as you start thinking about something that makes you feel unworthy or bad or down or angry or frustrated, you've got to check in with yourself and bring yourself back. Each time it's just an ongoing thing, but it gets easier when you know how it works. To me it's just instant now, and it's what I've noticed, it's just instant manifestation. That's why we need to clear our minds, we need to clear our intentions, we need to release all of these old feelings of guilt and unworthiness. We need to let that go, because can't exist in the new paradigm. It's just unworthiness doesn't exist. Fear doesn't exist. So we need to let go. We need to let go of all of this stuff and slowly remind ourselves how wonderful we are. Have gratitude for, oh, thank you, I've got a beautiful, nice, clean glass of water. How wonderful is that?
Yeah.
Things like that. Have gratitude for everything. Doesn't matter how small it may appear, but it's actually in the overall picture, it's a huge thing, because it sets you on the feeling good path.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we're answering the question, but I feel yeah, like I said, it's a loaded question, but it's a good question. It's work, but I feel like it's necessary work, especially when it's about yourself and having a good mindset or a better mindset, however you want to take it. Yeah, I feel like the best thing is deep breathing, and if that's not your thing, or can't implement it straight away, set your environment to be a state of calm as soon as you wake up. So music that makes you happy, makes you feel good. Bottle of water, I think, is very important next to your bed, because it's in your line of vision and you're not going to think about it, and you're going to have a sip of water, you're going to feel fantastic. Your body's dehydrated, it needs that nourishment, so water's the best thing, really. Don't feel guilty about enjoying your time as soon as you wake up. It's one of those barriers that I've pushed through, particularly during like my teenage and uni days. Get up, go. No, wake up nice and slow and be grateful for your day.
Yes. Yeah, gratitude has just for anything tiny little, no matter how small it may appear, as soon as you wake up, if you start falling into old habits of, don't even feel like getting out of bed, immediately pick yourself up. So take a deep breath and say, oh, I'm alive. What a beautiful, whatever, bed. It's a nice, comfortable mattress, anything, tiny little thing. And just each morning do that, and you'll notice how easy it gets. It gets easier and easier. And then you can apply it in every area of your life.
Yeah.
Anytime you start feeling anything like that something's lacking in your life, or you're missing out on something, or kind of a victim behavior. You pick yourself up, so no, it's fine. No, I don't actually probably need that. Nothing's missing in my life. And then look at things that you do have, because we've got so many things that we just take for granted, and people around us and things around us and everything, and our own personal skills that we have, and we don't give much acknowledgement. We need to acknowledge ourselves every day and say what wonderful things we're doing for ourselves and others. That's very important too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's hope it's basically don't wake up with fearful thoughts. If they do come through your head, just ask them, just acknowledge them, say, oh, okay, yes, coming now, I actually want to think about nicer things. So it's just shifting your mindset constantly and making a conscious effort to choose to make a better, I guess, better feeling choice at any given moment. So hopefully it's just really starting on a high, take notice of your vibration of how you feel in the morning. It's pretty much, if you feel bad, feel down, change it. Immediately start changing it. And each morning you wake up, it's going to get easier and easier and easier. So that's pretty much all I can say about that. Works for me.
Works for me as well. Sometimes I have to literally tell myself like out loud, and I don't really care how that sounds. But sometimes, yeah, I've woken up in an absolutely foul mood. And, you know, like you said, just be aware of it. And then I'm just like, no, I want to have a good day today. Oh, your brain would be like, oh, okay, yes, ma'am. Or so, whatever. And it'll change when you set the boundaries.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I've definitely had mornings like that. And I'm just like, no, I want to feel good today. Thank you. Your brain will be like, yep, no worries. Done.
Because you're commanding your body how you want your life to be. And it's not in a bad command in a bad way, it's in a good way, because you are 100% in control of how you want to feel and how you want your life to unfold. So you command your body how to behave. This is how I want my life, like a day and life, to turn out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good way. It works. It really does. It's about all. Is anything else we got to talk about? Didn't check the time as usual. Can't tell how long we've been talking.
The sun is setting. Wow, it's been a long talk. It's been a good talk. No, it's a bit cloudy now. The sun is on an intermission somewhere behind the clouds at the moment. It'll come out.
And the birds have gone somewhere. They had a lovely conversation with us and confirmed a few things, and now they've gone.
Yes.
Talk to someone else.
That was lovely. That gave me good chills. That was a good, strong agreement.
Yeah, definitely. I always take notice of everything around me. The birds.
Particularly birds, yeah. Particularly birds for me as well.
And messengers. Yeah. They give us messages and confirm things for us all the time.
Yeah.
It's all good. So we shall sign off for the day.
Thank you, Nancy.
Hopefully this will, it's hard to tell when you're just talking without, because I'm used to talking to a client directly and you get an instant confirmation if they're, you know, how they're responding and how they're traveling. But when we're just talking about things, it's hard to tell how people will take it. So let's just hope that, you know, this can help someone wake up cheerfully and have better feeling days.
Yeah. And let us know in the comments or send us email. for any suggestions, or if any part of this helped at all. I'm pretty sure there's something that would have resonated, and it'd be really lovely to hear about it. So I'm feeling light. I'm still really cheerful because I chose that first thing this morning. So thank you, Nancy.
Thank
I'm
you.
feeling good, and
Excellent.
have a good day.
You too. Bye. Bye for now.
Bye. Did we stop recording?